Hello everyone, and welcome back to Fablehaven, the Revenge of the Undying and Iratus, Lord of the Dead. We resume where we left things off last time. The chief focus of our ire, of our revenge, is dead. So now we find ourselves on the third floor, the mercenary barracks. This floor is traditionally where I swap over to stress builds, usually because I die a lot. But this time, remember, the focus of the Revenge of the Undying is, for those of you newly joining us, or for those that have forgotten, that's okay, our idea is to kill things, because I am very well versed in stress builds, even though one will probably be appearing soon, thanks to the recommendation of a commenter who thinks they will help me out on the fourth floor, which I have very little to no experience with. So, one will probably appear soon. Don't worry if that is your cup of tea and you aren't that big of a fan of killing things. But last time, I promised everyone that survived our rampage through the dwarven tunnels will receive a name. And so at long last, all of our creations are here for the christening of, receiving our blessing. First up, the Bride of Iratus. Undeath is actually quite an old word from Old Norse. It is one of the less, shall we say, crude euphemisms that the Vikings used to express sexual desire. The reason I picked this one, though, is because Moon, however you want to pronounce it, comes from the word love, and Uth comes from the word for memory or thought. So their word for like sexual desire / impulse was kind of like thought of love, which I thought was quite fitting for the Bride of Iratus. She thinks of Iratus, and Iratus obviously thought of her forever ago, one of his younger creations, as he likes to say. But there she is. This was the hardest one for me to come up with. It took me forever. Next is Lilith. Lilith. This is an old legend. The original name, of course, is Lilitu, from ancient Babylonia and Assyria. She was a mistress of the night, and Lilitu gave birth to the Hebrew version, which was Lilith. I like the name Lilith more. And basically, she was a blood-sucking demon, that way, that preyed on children and innocent, quote-unquote, victims who didn't go to bed early enough. Something like that. Anyway, anything from ancient Babylonia, hello. Sign me up. Next, this is our level 15 zombie, and in contrast to the rest of these names, I named him Teddy. After, of course, the United States President Theodore Roosevelt, who was, shall we say, the manliest man to ever man inside the Oval Office. And, the name, of course, I chose because it was a comment. Someone left it behind and I loved their reasoning. Theodore Roosevelt is famous for his foreign doctrine of peace through strength, and his quote with that is, "Walk softly and carry a big stick." And in this case, it's a big boomstick. I liked it. So we have Teddy, the huggable zombie. That'll blow your face off, really. Next, we have Ankia. Ankia is a name I use in a lot of my RPGs, MMOs, whatever. It comes from the Finnish word Ankia for grim or gloomy or dark, something like that. So yeah, I gave her my personal touch because the Felon Vampire is our hyper carry at the moment. She won't be forever, probably, but for now, she gets a special name. Next is Amenhotep. Amenhotep was an ancient Egyptian name that meant Amen is pleased. Amen was an ancient deity of Egypt that became more and more popular as time went on. Originally, I believe he was the patron deity of Thebes, whatever. And eventually he fused with Ra, I have no idea how, and their new deity name was Amen-Ra. So yeah, a few pharaohs were also named Amenhotep, 4, 5, something like that. And it's fun to say. So, hi Mummy. He will be making a greater appearance as time continues. Of course, the Mummy, incredibly powerful for his permanent luck reduction that allows us to crit more frequently, and his ability to remove all debuffs, of which there are many. And I've been warned that many more are coming. So he's here. I have no idea what items to give him, not even a little bit of an idea. So if you have a preference, let me know. Yeah, I have no idea. Maybe we can try and find his unique item, although maybe we just give him the spell power thing. That seems like a good idea. Because he's just kind of chilling, being ancillary-ish support. His unique item makes it so that he heals at the start of his turn for every curse on an enemy, and we aren't doing much cursing, at the moment anyway. The next one, this is the most fun to say. Amenhotep is fun to say, but it pales in comparison to Virdaganga. Virdaganga is from Germanic mythology, lore, whatever you call it, and it is, I believe the direct translation is one who walks again. And it's basically a zombie that, for whatever reason, couldn't leave this world, either because of something he did, preventing his soul from passing on, or because of some physical phenomenon like, say, I don't know, a Supreme Necromancer calling you back from the dead. This is quite similar to the Old Norse Drangr, but the Virdaganga is far more fun to say. I'm going to say it a lot, so I'm excited. And last but not least, certainly not least, this was the first creation that I was asked to give a name to, and I had a hard time thinking about it. I said I would give him a humorous name, dun-dun-dun, to be punny, and what I decided on is Bone Storm. Now, there are quite a few references that this is coming from, but the main one is from World of Warcraft. There was a boss, the very first boss in Icecrown Citadel, where of course the Lich King resided, was Lord Merogar. He was a skeletal monstrosity that whenever he spun around, he screamed, Bone Storm! So I thought, well, Bone Storm it is. I couldn't think of anything else while I was naming this character, but I know that that's not exactly the best punny name. So I've kind of decided that, unless people really like Bone Storm, I'll give each each bone golem a new name as they die. Not because I'm going to try and kill them, but because he's sitting in the front slot. Things that sit in the front slot usually don't have the longest life expectancy. But hey, who knows? Maybe Bone Storm will be with us to the very end. Doubtful. In fact, people enjoyed the Bone Storm thing so much from Icecrown Citadel, they went back years later and created a miniature version of Lord Merogar. I have no idea what his name is, but it's a pet that you can get, and it just follows you around and screams Bone Storm. We're weird, I know. So there are all the creations as promised. They have all survived. They all get wonderful names. At least I hope you think they're wonderful. They're close enough to wonderful, I'm sure. But let us continue our onslaught. We shall march forth. We were going in this direction because we want more chance to roll more items. Because last time I also asked what you were feeling about the YOLO solo build. I always have a YOLO solo build. I love featuring them. I've actually received comments that are quite widespread. No one wanted to see the Headhunter, which I'm not surprised by. But there was Lich Desire, there was Vampire Desire. Where is she? Lich, Vampire Desire, and there was, of course, Skeleton Desire. I'm not going to tell you which one I'm leaning towards, but we'll see. I still want to fish for a few more items before I actually decide who's going to get it. There is also... who's getting this? Should I give it to the Zambi? That's probably a good idea. There is also duo builds. Of course, the downside to a duo build means I need 2 Boiling Bloods, and I can't call it YOLO solo builds, which is depressing. But the idea with the duo builds is that you have 2 characters with the Boiling Blood that kind of support each other and stuff and things. And I do have an idea for a duo build. But unfortunately, as mentioned, we do need 69. Nice. Ooh, not nice. We do need 2 of these things. So we'll see. Hello. Oh, that's Blancra. I thought it was Ward for some reason. In my head, I was thinking Ward. Now, what is the most dangerous thing here, you ask? I ponder. It's probably the Swordsman. This is our first time seeing the Elven Ranger and the Bard. The Bard will escape if she is the last remaining squad member, very much like the Dwarven Oracles. But she has a ridiculous amount of buffs and defenses, so we'll see. I think it's between the Swordsman and the Crossbowman. Last time we killed the Crossbowman first, so I think this time we'll kill this guy first. I don't need to use any buffs, so I think I'm going to use a small amount of mana to burn off this ward and go crazy.
Take everything from those you defended.
Now remember, to finish this off, we are looking for... Do I just heal? I think so. We are looking for the Ashes of the Burned Witch, which may be somewhere. Do I pop this down? I don't know. We'll just wait. I should generate enough wrath here, because I'm going to attack with the Zambi. The Zambi's getting in. Oh, it missed. And the Rangers, as, well, all elves really, as one might suspect, have a ridiculous amount of evasion, so we'll see what there is to see about this. Don't you dare. And that's why the bride's annoying. Oh, it doesn't purge ignition, though. Ha! Get wrecked. They do also have, I believe, the bard can put people to sleep. So, you know. Guess I'm just hitting you with this. Since I have nothing else to do, really.
Carve open their husks.
Oh, I can use Mocking Slap. I should do that. How much is this? It's 18 mana. Yeah, sure. I don't feel like fighting you, really. Goodbye. The Bone Golem is currently the weakest, so we'll go ahead and just heal it. We did obtain a Bull Skull from the Inventor, ironically enough, which is what I would consider the ideal weapon to go along with what we're doing. But... But... We currently have steel plating and the unique item, so I don't know. 69, nice. That buff is not nice. What are we gonna do? The bard is such a pain. Could just shoot you. That's a thought. I'll just set him on fire. It's also a thought. I should probably get blocked to the Fallen Top here if I'm being completely defensive. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Your frail
Please
bodies
don't
fail you.
She's probably gonna... Oh. Is she debuffing? Yeah, she is. Or removing the debuffs, that is. I think I can kill this guy.
One by
Hey,
one,
we got him.
life vanishes from this world.
Alright, you have one job, Bone Golem. Protect the hyper carry. That is your one and only job. We could try and kill the bard. We could also try and kill the crossbowman. The crossbowman is more of an immediate threat. But I don't like her running away. We can set it up to try and kill both. It's greedy, but I like it. I like it a lot. Ooh. Oh. Is that one hit point? That is one hit point. Alright, you're dead. Oh, that was close. That was close. I wish I could use this. She's probably going to get away. If I were to guess. I can't heal her at all, so... Even if I used Mocking Slap, she is definitely getting away. Ah, well. Bye-bye. Okay, I was about to say, is she going to stay for one turn?
Ends, your service
Okay, that was close. It doesn't get much closer than that. So the reason that happened is because... I'm gonna go here, grab the steel. The reason that happened is because he had the heroism buff from the bard. It might be time. Oh, it's not time. It is not time at all. This is the Shield Maiden, the Crossbowman, the Elite Gargoyle, and the Rogue. I was about to say, it might be time to bring in the brain. The YOLO Solo, which we still haven't constructed, but it is most definitely not time to bring in the YOLO Solo.
Hey, I want to show you a little magic trick.
A little magic trick. We're picking up Dispel. That's a lot of luck reduction. When it says doesn't stack, I'm presuming it just means it doesn't stack with itself. Conjure Shadows is pretty busted from what people have been saying. Some people were saying that they were beating like bosses with just 3 of those things. Or 4 even. I don't actually know if there's any stuns from this. Or like debuffs. Do I have the Humanorium, the Pokédex? I'm not going to be able to rely on this after... Oh, stance. So there is a stun. If she's way in the back. Is that all she can do? No, she can do anything. The Elite Gargoyle. I remember this being very annoying. Yeah. This looks like a moment for the Unfrozen. Is it Unfrozen time? The last Unfrozen got absolutely wrecked by rogues, but that was just 3 rogues. Now we only have 1. I think it's definitely Unfrozen time. I mean, technically Bone Storm can remove stances as well, right? But as far as buff purging is concerned, only the Unfrozen can do that. Okay. I'm fine trying to bring up an Unfrozen. I do really enjoy the Unfrozen.
Of the grave.
Even though they have been, you know, substantially nerfed. Okay, so we were trying this Avalanche. We definitely want the Stance Interrupt, we want the Purge, we want the Super Ice Cube, and we want Max Damahe. Okay. I'm going to put some points in Vigor to be a little safe. I know. What do you mean a little safe? 1 point in accuracy? 2 points in accuracy? A substantial amount of points in Damahe. We have 7 points left, so we could put up 1 luck and 1 vigor increase. 95 vigor seems like a good idea, doesn't it? Seems like a good idea to me. I like how we just got 5 evasion from the magic tree, and that's all the evasion the Unfrozen has. Well, there aren't any items I'd really like to give him. Well, that's not true. There are a number of items I like to give him, but they're all things I have to create. So, not interested anymore. Alright. As for the Unfrozen, I'll try and give him a name right. Meow? One that I've been thinking of. Of course, I used Elivagar, the frozen river that runs through Niflheim, one of the 3, I believe, in Norse mythology, but this time we'll just use Niflheim itself. The world of eternal ice. And fog, I guess. This will help with the gargoyle. Okay, this should be fine. I'm a little concerned that both the Unfrozen and the Bride are vulnerable here, but I don't really have another good target for the 3rd slot, right? Lilith probably would not be ideal in this situation, if I were to guess. I mean, she could probably do some work. We'll go with this, though. We'll see how this does. Now, I can't stance interact with the Unfrozen in the 2nd slot, so I'm thinking... Ow. I'm thinking that once we worship with the Bride, we'll move them... We'll have them swap positions. Lol. The Bone Golem is going to have to heal himself, because remember, the rogues do more damage based on how low a target's health is. So even with Bone Storm's significant damage reduction,
Rot their flesh and their soul.
he will be taking substantial Damahe. I might just heal here in a second. There's no redirection going on at the moment. There's no buffs to purge. There's no stances to interrupt. I could put the mummy in an ice cube. I have to move back for that, though. Do I just do that now? Yeah.
Strength through pain.
We'll see what happens next turn. I'm going to try and bring him to the front. Lol. I think that's her stun. Okay. I have to heal. I could do this, but I think I have to heal. He's going to come out of that stealth and just swat us. Oh, that's not good. That is a substantial amount of damage happening. Substantially. I think it's going to be Mocking Slap time. He has 74% evasion, so I'm probably not going to hit him. I have no debuffs to eat. Get a Mocking Slap, and then probably try and remove this guy's block. Amenhotep, don't you die on me. Don't you die on me, Amenhotep. Unideal, but it happens. Oh. I'm very concerned for my safety. Okay. This is fine. This is fine. Fortunately, I have two options here. Apply block to something, or try and stun everything. The one thing that this will block, or the one block that's on the field is a guy that's about to die. So let's do this. Okay, we stunned her out. You're still being stupid. Alright, Amenhotep.
One less annoyance in the world.
Alright, Amenhotep. Please don't miss. Ooh, I think we got it. No, he's not dead yet. That is unfortunate. I could guarantee kill him, and then put Amenhotep in a cube. Actually, you know what? We're just going to kill him. This one. Now he's super dead. And then you... I'm gonna grab her. I have to protect someone. Who needs the most protecting? I think the bride is okay. Losing all evasion sucks. Amenhotep can heal if he's not dead by eating this. It is only 10, but it is a heal. I guess it's Niflheim then? Alright, Niflheim. Please don't disappoint me.
My hordes are without number.
Do you have any idea how long it took me to come up with the name Munith? And you're just going to... I'm actually very worried about this. Believe it or not. I made a very big mistake. Both of these have substantial armor and resistance, and I have no way to get rid of it. Uh-oh. Ruh-roh. I made a boo-boo. Please don't lose too much. I have no real way to do anything. Oh no.
Terror will overflow.
It's okay. We can get out. Remember when I mentioned that this is usually the floor that I transition? Don't kill Amenhotep, don't kill Amenhotep. I don't know why I didn't see that coming.
Death has been denied.
What I should have done there is ice cubed Amenhotep and then like delayed ice cubed fled. I think that's what I should have done. I wasn't even thinking about the armor. That was 100% my bad. And now we're in a pickle. We are in a pickle. Can Lilith help? Lilith can remove a significant amount of their health. Can I use artifacts for this? Oh, I can. Well, I don't want anyone to have these, so...
A skeleton will clean up this mess later.
It might be double zombie time. Double zombie. We'll see if they can do alright. I think we'll have Bone Storm here just to help think this through. We could also have Lilith come say hi. The Grand Auspex is useless, but Berserk is pretty nifty. Oops. Okay. I'm kind of okay with this. She won't be able to do much damage except for with Berserk. Let's see how this works. We might be fine here. It is going to be just them two, so I have a plan to kill them. A decent plan, anyway. Okay, we're going to apply ward to Teddy, probably. Block down the ward, of course, I mean. Good call. You are going to Berserk you. Not bad. And then, I think we Buckshot. This would be... This is 18 mana. This would be... Okay. We'll just kill her.
Move those mortal legs.
Help. Maybe kill her? Ooh. Not kill her. She's so close to death. And I'm gonna get hit by a... I'm gonna get hit real hard here. Because of Berserk, I think. Oh. Huh. Okay. If that's what you want to do, lady. Just let me, you know, give me a minute. Easy peasy. Is this you at that stance where you... all targeted attacks and DPS from the target yourself. Okay. That's fine. I'm pretty sure I can't do any damage, but I'm going to try. In fact, let's get ready to cannonball, shall we? Please kill her. I had a feeling it wouldn't, but oh well. It's fine. It's fine. That's less fine. I'm trying to think. Obviously, it was my mistake that I didn't even think about their armor. Their substantial armor. Wow. But how would I... So we can use... The Dompier can get through it, of course. The Spider can reduce it significantly, enough to matter anyway. Who else can do it? I know that a number of things can ignore armor, like the Headhunter can just break stuff whenever he feels like it. Wow, 11. The fact that they're immune to ignition is kind of irritating. That's how I would have killed them in the past. Oh well. Vietaganga. There we go. When in doubt,
display from mortal kind.
Minions gain +1 block and +1 ward, but their initiative is reduced to 0. That's not very good. I mean, at this point, our initiative is so low that do we care? We kind of care, I think. We kind of care, I think. Alright, Bone Storm. What am I even doing with you, Bone Storm? I don't know. Is it time for you to get attack? I'm gonna have to keep that in mind. It just totally escaped my mind, thinking like their armor and resistance. Like I didn't even think about it because I'm so used to this floor being the evasion floor. So that was very much my bad. I must apologize to Amenhotep. Well, he's my creation, so maybe I don't have to. What do we got? An enemy receives 30 magic damage with each attack against the minion. I have never once in my life seen this item. But... interesting. The Halo of Chaos. At the start of each turn, the minion receives 1 random bonus until the end of the turn. And the Wizard Bones. Reduces magical damage received by 40%, increases magical damage received by... or physical damage received by 40%. Interesting. This could probably be really useful on, like, the later floors, huh? Well. I guess we just go with the Halo of Chaos? I could see Scalamander skin being pretty useful for a number of things. Actually, hold on. Why? I have an idea, but I don't know if this is actually good with the idea.
I can use
I'm gonna take it because I'm curious. So we have Double Swordsman, Double Swordsman, Elven Ranger, and Crossbow. We learned last time that the crossbow is not to be forgotten. We need a lot of stuff. Okay. So, crossbowman. I actually think the Unfrozen would be pretty helpful here. I need to distill. I don't want to. And I have uses for all these items, I think. I just want everyone to know that this is not what I want to do.
Ah, the smell of successful alchemy.
So all of these are pretty dangerous with Lilith's Berserk. We would need the ring, which we are currently using, even though I didn't tell you guys that.
Finally, this item finds its way into my capable hands.
Double swords. So we probably want the Unfrozen, if I were to guess. If I were to take a wild guess, the Unfrozen would be very helpful here. So I guess we're bringing Teddy. I mean, Teddy wouldn't be bad here. And Teddy can start here. Teddy excels here. Niflheim excels here. And we can put Ankia there. Now that we know what the enemies are up to, of course, it's helpful. Because we know the crossbowman is going to be very interested in killing Ankia, I can prioritize my blocks on her. Pokédex, what do you have to say about the crossbowman? You have to say that from any position except the first, he can deal damage, and he can do this from any position but the first or second, and it moves him backwards. I'm still not used to the inverted little, like, display of where people can do things. When you're looking at enemies, it's weird. Teddy? Show them what you got. Maybe we should heal with Bone Storm. I think it's time to heal. I think we start off with the heal. There aren't any rogues here, but everyone else is kind of safe except for Teddy. Oh, I had to say something. I just had to open my mouth. Really. I boosted his turn so that I can go ahead and trench. I suppose the one good thing about this is that he didn't get any buffs, so he might miss next turn. He might not. The world won't know, really. Hello. I have a bone to pick with you. What just happened?
Boring otherwise.
The mark made it so that... I didn't know they could do that. That wasn't in the Pokédex. Oh wait, no, he marked it. So I should have put him in an ice cube, is what I'm thinking. I can see why Dispel is probably really helpful. Okay, well. This puts a dampening on Ziplans. But it's not the end of the world. The problem now is that there's so many blocks and wards. I can't really do anything to you. I can wait. But waiting is boring. Well, I guess we're just going to go ahead and be defensive. I don't really want to use my... my sworn enemy. I don't know, team. I wonder how bad this damage increase is going to be. Let's see.
Savor these last few heartbeats.
Oh, it was close to being death. Close to death, but not quite death. I'm going to go ahead and kill him with magic. Alright, so this kills him next turn? Sure.
Have a warm end, my friend.
Then I'll purge the wards with this, and then we will go ahead and
Ooh, this one voided its bowels just as it died.
bring winter. Alright, who's gonna die? Who has the most buffs? You have 2. You have 1. Okay, good to know.
Hope there will still be enough left to reanimate.
I'm really missing the ashes of the burned witch. Of course you missed. Why wouldn't you miss? This is 1 off lethal. Really? Oh well. We can kill him, I guess. Actually, hold on, this is lethal. Okay, good.
Baked within flame.
I'm gonna go ahead and apply Bone Ward to the Fallen Dhampir again, because if she gets that mark thing that pierces block and wards, I might be in trouble. Oh, that's fine. I don't care. The Bone Golem will be fine. Bone Storm!
Ooh, hope there will still be enough left to reanimate.
There might not be. I'm trying to learn from my failure here. And every single piece of my failure, I think, could have been...
This will be your end.
could have been avoided if I were more aware of what was happening. Like with the things we were fighting. For example, I completely 100% forgot about the mark here. So I should have ice cubed Teddy. I'm sorry, Mr. President. I let you down. I don't even know if that would have saved him. It's just I think what would have saved him, you know? Don't miss. Good. I mean, other than that, and we got our Essence of Mind back. I think the execution here was okay. I don't think it was awful. Fallen Dhampir has reached rank 17. I need 1 more before I can upgrade this. 3 times. This is the same as this. The Wrath is being decreased. This one, attack 3 times, damage increase by 10%. 10% is better than 5%. Well, not spending points there. We have gotten quite unlucky overall, I think, with our parts. I don't think I've ever seen anything higher than an uncommon drop. I've created all of the ones that have been rare or legendary. How depressing. Speaking of items, we have the Ring of Darkness. Meh. The Pendant of Might. Iratus starts each battle with full wrath. Ring of the Overlord. We're gonna go with Pendant of Might.
Just leave lying around.
Pendant of Might. Wrong thing. No, all. All minions gain plus 10 vigor until the end of battle.
Fetching.
Yes. I love HP. HP is so nice. It's wonderful. Really. Huh. We lost a few names. The next battle is a swordsman, rogue, crossbowman, and bard. Why do I feel like we just fought this? We're going left. Screw this fountain. And this elite battle. I don't want it. So against the swordsman, rogue, crossbowman, and bard, it's a good idea to have purge, such as now, such as what we possess. I think I'm going to excavation next. Is this 100? So, actually, do we want Lilith here? Lilith could be really cute. We can kill the bard pretty easily with her berserk. Oh, I don't want you to be in the second slot, though. We have the Grand Auspex. Well, the Auspex, anyway. I have to be here to use berserk. What if... What if it's time? It might be time to bring out the build. The build. Our second slot character has been getting massacred, absolutely shreked. So a very popular idea, especially on higher difficulties, is to do Bone Golem, Bone Storm, followed by the Black Widow. This provides a significant amount of defense.
I'm not interested in any engagements, dear. I already have my brides.
It amazes me how I still have not heard every single dialogue from Iratus. It just amazes me. So as you might imagine, the Black Widow here in the second slot is definitely more of a utility type thing. She exists not as the main tank, which is what Bone Storm is up to, but as a secondary tank and dedicated protector. I was actually discussing this with someone in the comments. And in this slot, you would want your hyper carry in the third slot where Niflheim currently is. Now, Niflheim is not our hyper carry by any stretch of the imagination. However, he's there. He's chilling. And there are two kind of paths here you can take with the Black Widow. To the left, this upgrades your web so that all targets in webbed will lose initiative for 2 turns. This scales incredibly well with the Unfrozen if the Unfrozen has any initiative. Mine does not. So if we think Niflheim is worthy of a permanent place, this upgrade would be significantly better. The other one is to create a web and double all of your Spider Venoms out on the field. I don't know about that. It's a curious thought, isn't it? I think we might go with this just for the HP. The sticky web again in synergy with Niflheim could also be very interesting from a utility perspective. I want this 10 vigor, but I think we're going to go with the sticky web.
I expect.
Now, I was also discussing the power of the cocoon. The cocoon has 2 different upgrades. We've seen them both in this series so far. One of them is the invigorating cocoon. This increases her healing by 2%. So from 4% of her vigor to 6% of her vigor. Small number, but it can be very significant if the Black Widow is the focus of the enemy's ire. However, Spiky Cocoon, which I was not horribly pleased with when we first started, is an interesting thought. Because in the second slot, she's not going to be the primary target, but she will redirect attacks coming towards the third slot, and of course, she's there in the second slot. So I'm thinking we try this again, but with a different mindset. This is not the frontline, stand there, take all the damage mindset. This is the, I'm going to hit you back if you hit me mindset. And what I think for her, I've been thinking about the Black Widow a lot, in case you couldn't tell. We're going to dump points into Vigor. There we go, dumped. I could even give her an uncommon part to do it again, but I don't think so. Didn't think so. I do want 1 accuracy, maybe even 2 accuracy. No, 1's fine. 1's fine. We'll probably want initiative. We want her to move pretty swiftly here. So do 1 armor, 1 res, 1 initiative. Because if she's going soon, then she can go ahead and bring people out of their crap. Now, as the secondary tank, we have a few options here. Armored plates, pretty good. This will just reduce all damage to your Cs by 10%. But if our goal is to hit people back, what about the Salamander skin? This will make it so that we deal physical damage, we deal a poison, and we deal magic damage. I kind of like this idea. Let's be cheeky. For science. Now, that leaves our 2 options, the armored plating, which reduces all damage you receive by 10%, or the bull skull. This will, every turn, apply 5 vigor. It will both heal 5 vigor and give her 5 more max vigor, which will improve the efficiency of the spiky cocoon. Alright, I sold myself on it. Oops. Now, I mentioned that I've stolen the Fallen Dampier build. Well, stolen, borrowed, thank you again for posting on the Discord. And their build looked very similar to this. However, in the 4th slot, the Fallen Dampier is in the 3rd, and in the 4th slot was a Lich. Now, you may know, you may remember, that we have a Lich, and we have a Burning Skull. Is it time? It might be. But you'll have to find out next time. Thank you all for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. I hope that the names are satisfactory, or at least something to think about. Next time, we continue to fish for an item to make a YOLO solo build work. If we don't get one soon, I have an idea of what I'm going to do. But hopefully we get one. There's also been discussions about duos, which would require 2 Boiling Bloods. I think I talked about this earlier, but I have an idea for that as well, if we're lucky enough to find a second Boiling Blood, which I highly doubt. But, you know, If we find one, the idea is there. Thank you all for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. Next time, something beyond comes back. Well, he never really left, did he? He always did have his phylactery here.